Welcome to another episode of To the Bottom Music Podcast. We are at FitzGerald's with Tonka. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves so we can go around the table here.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. I'm Brian.
I'm Brett.
I am Chris.
I am Nick.
Well, welcome. Where are you guys originally from, everyone?
Well, the band started in Springfield, Missouri, down in the Ozarks, in the southern part of the state. And me, Brett, and Luke started the band at Missouri State University. And then these guys have joined up in later years. Chris has been playing with us since 2017, and Nick's just been playing with us for the last year, I guess. Yep. Over a year.
Yeah.
Newbie.
We just celebrated
That's
our year
right.
anniversary.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Yeah, me and Eric have known Chris since he was knee high to a June bug, I guess you would say. Almost. I don't know, what were you, like 15 back when we knew you, something like that?
Was he an asshole back then too? Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some things don't change, you know.
What is this? The beginning of this leg of the tour? Or
This is the end of the tour. This is the end.
end.
We always, every year we do some big Thanksgiving shows in Kansas City, St. Louis, and Chicago. And it's usually the last dates of the year for us. So tonight is the last date of the year for us.
That's refreshing, but a little bit sad, I'm sure, as always. It's always fun to like keep it going, but nice to go home for the holidays and then
It is
get
going to be a
bored.
little bittersweet this year just because we've been doing our fourth album lessons front to back at these shows. And like last night, we nailed it in St. Louis. And I think it's going to be even better tonight in Chicago. So like we're just getting good with it, because we had to relearn all these songs that we hadn't played in over 10 years.
Beautiful. What's kind of like future plans? Do you have any, or you guys going back out?
Work on new music. Hope to put out a new record next year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's one of your greatest influences for music-wise? Favorite band?
Favorite band of all time? Ooh, that's tough. Beatles, of course. I would probably top the list. I mean, Paul McCartney is definitely one of my biggest influences. Vocally, I've always loved Michael Stipe. Been drawn a lot of inspiration from that. And then a lot of late 80s, early 90s country music.
Okay.
So that would be my three.
Yeah, one of those too. I grew up like whenever I found the Pixies, I got obsessed with them. So Pixies are big with me, and I'll just name another one. Neil Young too, another one.
Heard of him?
Know him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, maybe either Green Day or Bad Religion would probably be my top two.
I heard that Green Day is playing their like Dookie and American Idiot front to back on this latest tour.
I missed it.
Can you confirm that?
I can confirm that it happened.
It is happening.
And I did not see it.
Oh, that's a bummer. Nick?
The Beatles, Elliott Smith, Ben Folds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's so funny to hear like the music that you guys play and everyone else is like what you're into, but I think that's also what makes a band, like how all the other different, like from Beatles to like, like you said, Ben Folds or whatever it might be, or even Green Day, like comes together to create Tonka, You guys are so unique and so cool. Like my brother and I talk about you guys all the time. We try not to talk about Chris being in the band, but we think you guys are the three that make it. Chris kind of, holds you guys down a little bit. But
Honestly, it's the other way around. Like, we would fall apart if we didn't have Chris holding it down back there.
He's
like,
a fantastic drummer for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he's in here. Shit.
I'm lucky to have him in my band.
Go
on. Did you say you're recording another record, or you?
We are planning on recording and hopefully releasing an album next year.
Very cool.
We've said this before, and it's been delayed years. But we didn't cause the pandemic.
Sure.
Let's not get into politics.
Is it coming off on any record label, or are you guys currently under somebody?
We are not signed. We released the first 5 albums in our career on Bloodshot Records right here in Chicago. This last album after Bloodshot's implosion, we just self-released, and we were actually planning on putting it out, I think, in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic hit, and we just kept pushing it back, and it didn't come out until 2023. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen or where we'll land with the next project.
Yeah, It took Chris and I 5 years to put out a record, so if you could beat that,
Yeah.
it took us a whole beginning of the pandemic, and then we finally just had our record release a couple months ago.
I tracked the drums for that in 2019.
Yeah,
I think.
so if you could beat that, you got plenty of time.
When you get old, life gets in the way. It gets tough.
Actually, come to think of it, I tracked the drums for the Tonka record in 2019 as well.
Yeah.
Probably same day.
Everyone was just so blown away by my drums.
Yeah,
It
right.
took a couple years for them to.
You run a real hot streak there.
Yeah.
Who's the driver in
Nailed
the
it.
van?
Me.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it because of control thing, or you just like?
I just like driving. I feel like I'm a very good driver. Dad lets me drive slowly up and down the driveway. No, I find it very meditative.
Yeah.
You kind of like just look out the windshield. It's kind of like your own movie screen.
Do you guys have
cup
any
of coffee.
rules, like if you're starting to get tired, or you can only drive so many hours, type of stuff?
No,
Or is it full rock and roll? Keep going.
I don't know that there's any rules in the Tonk. Just across the board.
No black socks in that van, is there?
Probably.
So your band is named after a state park, national forest, something like that?
State park.
State park?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that just your love of Missouri coming through? Or?
We had a different band name. Actually, we had a couple band names, but this one came about primarily because it's a strange name.
Yeah.
And the state park is a really cool place. This guy, like in 1906, built a Scottish-style castle there. Like,
Oh, wow.
imported stonemason from Scotland. Like, it was an honest-to-God castle. And then it burned down in the 1930s.
How do you burn down a stone
So,
castle?
I don't know. He actually
Thermite?
died. He actually died before it was finished in 1907, I believe, in the first automobile car accident in Missouri,
Crazy.
in Kansas City. He's the first casualty. Where was that? Oh, but yeah. Now the state park is like, it looks like old castle ruins, and it sits atop like this karst topography where like there's sharp cliffs that go down into the lake, and then Brett's family has a lake house just kind of like across the way. So I don't know. I guess we're led there because of that.
There is an interesting piece of the story that Brian's missing. So after he died in the car accident, they didn't finish the castle, but then his sons finished it about 20 years later, and then the next year after they finished it, it burned to the ground.
Crazy.
So there might be some conspiracy theories behind it.
I still don't get how a stone
So we're like,
castle
we got to
burns.
get some of that good mojo. I was like, we got to get some of that good mojo.
Yeah, right?
Cover us with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we already do.
Where's the best place we could find your music? I'm assuming Spotify and everywhere else, right?
It's everywhere.
But we want to buy it, so if we want to purchase it,
Don't even buy it. we gave up on that.
just show up to the show and
Actually, as soon as we literally gave up on it, people started buying vinyl again,
Yeah.
which was nice. So, people that are vinyl collectors or like to listen to music that way, like to consume it that way, I think they find it. And otherwise, we stream music. We know everybody else streams music.
We do
Just-
have a merch store too. It's hahatonkamusic.com. So
Okay.
we just don't have all of our vinyl. We just have our newest record in vinyl on there.
You don't have like any Twitter of Chris maybe in the back of the van eating sardines or anything weird like that?
He
going
would
on
never.
back
I can
there?
tell you exactly what he'd be eating. It would be eating something either from Portillo's or something sweet.
Very true.
And Chris has the biggest sweet tooth of anybody I've ever met, outside of my dear great grandmother, Lena Burleson. Shout out Lena
Probably the
Burleson.
biggest asshole you ever met too.
I will not have you say that about my great grandmother.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. And
Guys, that was it. That was quick. That was easy. That was
You guys want
painless.
to talk about underwear?
Painless. Painless.
No, thank you so much, you guys, for being on our show, and it was great to get to know you guys a little bit. And sorry about my brother when you met him in L.A.
Oh, your brother's great.
Yeah, he's fun.
That kid's something else, man. That's why he's best friends with this guy over here. You know, watch out. You get the two of them together, man. You'll burn a city down.
There's something about you Chicago guys. It's a really endearing quality. And I'm not bullshitting you guys here. Like Chicago as a city, it's always been one of our favorite places to play, and like it has the best of everything. It's a gigantic city, but it still has like that Midwestern kindness that exists, while also not taking any bullshit from anybody.
Right.
But in a nice way. I like that.
because we have winter. We
as
have
is evidenced
beautiful
by
summers,
outside of this trailer here.
and we have frigid, ice cold winters. So it kind of keeps us grounded. Like summertime rolls around, like, oh man, life is good, everything's great, and then 6 months later, you're like, everything's terrible.
Right.
Reality
But that's when the Bears
is-
are playing, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I mean, you want to get killed in Chicago, you come in the summer. You want to live, you hang out in the winter. It's when it gets a little bit over 70, 80 degrees is when shit starts hitting the fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then under 80 degrees too.
Yeah, and stay off the blue line. Maybe is it blue line or the red line? Yeah, you don't even live here anymore. You're banned. Well, we're really looking forward to the show tonight. Can't wait to get my ass rocked off in there and or rock my ass off or however you want to say it.
We're gonna do something to your
We're
ass.
gonna do something to my ass. No, but thank you guys so much for being on our show. We really appreciate it. Good to know you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Welcome to the Bottom Music Podcast. Today we have Treaty of Paris, and they're playing a kick-ass show here at FitzGerald's on this cold-ass, almost, December? What is today, the 30th of November?
November 30th.
November 30th. And they were kind enough to walk away from their rub-downs to come talk to us. So
There was definitely rub-downs going in the backstage.
There was something going on. Yeah.
why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Phil Kosh, guitar player, Treaty of Paris.
Okay. This is Brandon Capitillo on bass.
This is Chris Insidioso on drums.
This is Dan Wade, guitar.
This is Michael Shorvat on lead vocals.
I get your emails all the time, man. I love them.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, is this it? Are you guys back together, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Tonight we
Full
are.
time. I mean, you never really stop, but I mean, is this like deciding to really kind of like get after it again, or what?
I think it's just on and off. I mean, when we get some shows, we kind of get back on, and when we don't, we just send a bunch of gifts to each other and funny little jokes. But no, it's like we love playing together. These are our best friends, and I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah, and lately it's been great because we usually play like maybe one show a year, and we've been playing a couple. We
We're
played
on
a couple last year, a couple this year.
Right. That's why I was kind of.
Yeah.
We're on a roll right now. We're going to keep the momentum coming. So,
Going.
Watch out.
oh,
Coming
going.
and
We're going to be going.
We're going to be going.
We're coming and going.
The shows are going to be coming, and we're going to be going with it.
All right. I like that.
Are you guys still all in the Chicagoland area? Or you live in...
Go ahead.
All of us except Phil. Phil is.
Yeah, I'm in
Illinois.
Houston. Yeah, I jumped ship for a bit.
You, Phil?
Listen, you came out to Houston. You slept on my floor. I remember.
I sure did.
People still visit. But yeah, listen, I got an opportunity in another part of my career, and I took it, and it moved me to Houston for the moment. Decade later.
Well, we miss you, but music keeps bringing you back. So
It does. I come back to see all my friends, and it's the best life ever.
yeah, I've been paying attention because it just seems like you guys have been really booking on the shows a lot more. Because all of us are doing a couple shows a year, and all of a sudden it seems like it just keeps building and building. Like, oh, what's going on with these guys?
It's weird because like when we were a band actively, social media wasn't anything really. It wasn't what it is now. So like now we can post like every day. Especially about this show, like every day, Dan, we were throwing stuff up. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, I wouldn't say ahead of our time, but like back in the day, doing all the YouTube videos and all the different blogs and stuff. And it's like, now that's like everything. So it's cool that we're able to use social media now and all that networking to promote these shows. And it's sold out tonight, which is awesome. That's a cool thing.
Is it officially sold out?
Yeah.
Is that your official comment?
It's official.
I've
Maybe
never been in a small space with so many good-looking guys.
Live a little.
Yeah, time to live a little bit.
I was wondering what we were walking into upon coming in here. I was like, oh. But then I realized it's legit. Saw the road mics. And I will say, Dan wrote a new song for Treaty of Paris yesterday at practice. I'm just kidding.
It's a banger.
And you know what? Two men with a really nice RV wanted us to come in. So I'm signing. You're signing. We're all signing.
We're all signing.
I don't know, Dan. It sounds like a big commitment.
Ronnie, I got 2 tickets to paradise. You gotta come to LA.
Well, I could use a vacation.
I don't know how
Pack
far.
your bags. We'll leave tonight.
Let me check and see if I have a sitter.
Perfect. I'll see you in the morning.
I mean,
This was an impersonation of Eddie Money talking to Ronnie Spector when Eddie was trying to convince Ronnie to sing on a song with him.
On
when
Take Me Home
On
Tonight.
Take Me Home Tonight
Yeah.
when Ronnie was retired.
Just so you know.
well, I mean,
For context.
And this is all related because we're playing Take Me Home Tonight.
fuck yeah. I thought maybe you guys were fucking with us really bad there, or you know how we used to do that. And like, oh, what's the name of your band? Well, TLB. It stands for Tender Loving Boys and Babies. And what is your takeaway on tonight? Who's your go-to opening band? I know there's two. Which one would be your not your favorite, but what are you looking for from Powers, and what are you looking for? It's almost kind of like a basketball game or something. Who are you looking to hear? And
Well, technically, tonight is a co-headlining event, which Phil pointed out to me.
oh,
If anyone tries to sell you short, you tell them we're co-headlining.
did you get cashed?
Well, no. In our band, we call it two things. We call it getting lawyered and call it getting stabbed with facts. And I got shanked with facts.
Oh shit! We just had Tonka in here, and they were saying that they get cashed all the time over here. I don't know. They wouldn't
Did they
elaborate.
really say that?
They
Because
did.
that was more related not to
You know,
into music.
it's hard not to.
They deserve it. No, I mean, it's Tonka, who we love, haha Tonka.
Yes.
Phil actually gave them their first Chicago area show ever. In 2005. Well, I mean, they emailed you and you said, yes, come play, open for us.
Yeah.
They opened for Treaty of Paris' first headlining show ever at Shuba's when they were still called Amsterband. And we've been friends with them ever since. They're great guys, amazing band. And then one of our best friends in the whole world, Ryan Powers, is opening the show solo acoustic with a special surprise at the end of the set.
Right, and we don't want to miss him because he's going on, I think, at 8, right?
Couple minutes now,
Couple minutes. Well, hey, listen, can we do this another time where you guys come back on? We'd love to get a little bit more in depth with you, instead of freezing at, -20 in the middle of the street here in an RV in Chicago.
For sure.
But yeah, there's so
would
much
love
to
to.
talk with you guys and get to know more about the band and
Absolutely.
where we're going here.
Yeah,
Because
well-
it's never going to stop, Phil, right?
Ever.
Ever.
I mean,
Until we get enough. Won't stop until we get enough.
Just
Would you
can't
say
get enough.
until it's too much?
and as I've noticed, the focus is still not strong with the band.
Where
I'm just a big Michael Jackson fan.
I like it.
for all of our new listeners, where can they find the music? Obviously on Spotify, I'm assuming, but is there more other avenues where we can find you?
Spotify is the best place.
Yeah, I mean, Apple
YouTube,
Music,
there's a
Spotify,
very
YouTube.
terrible looking video.
Well, you could buy the merch at the show tonight, and after that point, well, eBay's pretty solid. There's some stuff up there, I think. That's about it. Yeah, we don't have much available that's not for resale that we're not selling.
Wait, get on it.
Tonight when I get home, I'll design a new shirt
All right.
for the next
Have
gig.
something to do with an RV, you guys stuffed in an RV or something. I'm not giving any ideas. But. Well, anyways. Thank you for the awkward silence, Michael Tonka.
Any new music prospects on the horizon, or
Tell us you got another record.
have there been talks? Is there writing? Is there?
Well, I will say this. We're playing a never-before-played song tonight at the gig. We recorded it years ago, and it just didn't make the record. Long-lost B-side, but it is available on our Spotify and all streaming services. It's just not a very well-known tune, and we've never done it live before. So we're doing it tonight. We're stoked about that. And we wrote a new song at band practice last night. We'll see how that goes.
That's right. And if people wanted to hear this song, what's it called on Spotify or Apple Music?
It's called Just Me.
Okay. Is it at the end of Sweet Dream Sucker, like a bonus track?
Just Me, parentheses, bonus track at the end of Sweet Dream Sucker.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing it. And thank you guys for coming out and freezing your buns off.
Oh, glad to be here.
Thanks for having us.
I don't know what to do with mine.
Thank you. Oh, you have a microphone.
Thank you guys.
Well, there.